Test screen. Ow. Oh, it's so good. So good to be back. Here we go. The game that started it all for me on this franchise, Metal Gear Solid. Alright. Let's do it. Copy. Metal Gear Solid. Here we go. Let's do the briefing. Here we go. The mission brief.
It's been a long time, Snake.
I should have known you were behind this, Colonel.
That's no way to greet an old war buddy, Snake.
The nostalgia.
I just invited you here so we could have a talk.
Invited? That's what you call sending armed soldiers after me?
Sorry if they were a little rough with you. But we've got a serious situation here. Only you can get us out of it.
I'm retired from Foxhound. You're not my commander anymore, and I don't have to take orders from you or anyone else.
You will take these orders. I know it.
Excuse me.
Who's this?
Dr. Naomi Hunter.
She's chief of Foxhound's medical staff, and an expert in gene
Naomi. And a snake in the
No,
grass.
civilian. I've been sent here from ATGC. Pleasure to meet you, Snake. Don't worry, this injection won't hurt a bit.
There's the fox
What's the
die.
shot for?
What's wrong?
And the
You don't
nano
like
machines. And the transmitters.
Snake, listen up. It all went down 5 hours ago. Heavily armed soldiers occupied Shadow Moses Island, a remote island off the coast of Alaska.
What soldiers?
Next Generation Special Forces.
led by members
of
of
Unit
Foxhound.
Foxhound.
They've presented Washington with a single demand, and they say that if it isn't met, they'll launch a nuclear weapon.
A nuclear weapon?
I'm afraid so.
I'm afraid so.
You see, the island is the site of a secret nuclear weapons disposal facility.
Disposal
Foxhound
facility.
hijacking a nuclear weapon?
Now you understand how serious the situation is. You'll have 2 mission objectives. First, you're to rescue the DARPA
Double
chief,
Chief Donald
Anderson,
Anderson.
and the
And
president
that's
of
an
Arms Tech,
Tech, Kenneth Baker.
They're both being held as hostages.
Hostages, huh?
Those are some heavy-duty hostages.
Yeah.
Secondly, you're to investigate whether or not the terrorists have the ability to launch a nuclear strike, and stop them if they do.
Oh, they
Any
don't.
questions, Snake?
But I'll
Questions?
give him the
I haven't
answer.
even said whether I'd accept this mission.
Well, you can make up your mind after you hear more about the situation.
Alright. Method of infiltration.
Tell me about the nuclear weapon disposal facility.
The disposal facility includes a hardened underground base. Even with our most advanced intelligence gathering equipment, we can't tell what's happening inside.
So someone needs to penetrate, gather intelligence, and report back. Sounds like a spy movie.
David Hayter, it's
What's the
been
insertion
so
method?
long
Well,
since
an
I heard
analysis
your
is impossible.
voice.
Not with this storm going on.
We'll approach the disposal facility by sub.
Approach.
Yes, within a few miles of it. The facility is equipped with sonar detection capabilities. They'd be able to hear our engine or propeller noise.
And then
We'll launch a one-man SDV.
launch.
Same as a torpedo, only this has no propulsion device of its own. After the SDV gets as close as it can, dispose of it. From there on, you'll have to swim.
You want me to swim in sub-zero Alaskan water?
Don't worry. That suit represents the latest advances in polythermal technology. The nuclear weapons disposal facility covers the whole island. I'll instruct you by codec after you reach your target.
Anyone going with me?
As usual, this is a
one-man
infiltration mission.
Weapons and equipment OSP?
Yes. This is a top secret black op. Don't expect any official support.
What's the time limit?
What's the time limit?
Good.
24 hours.
24
They
hours.
say they'll launch after 24 hours.
Do they say what the target will be?
So far, they haven't mentioned the target.
No.
When did the countdown start?
5 hours ago.
Free cam. I can change the cam, right? Yeah. Oh, I can just move it, right?
Colonel, who are you speaking for?
I don't.
Naturally, I'm representing the U.S.
Oh, I
government.
can zoom in.
So who's in supervisory
Zoom
control
out.
of this operation?
The President of the United States.
Which means that the president must be meeting with his top aides in the map room about now, huh?
No, at this point, they're still video conferencing with each other.
If that's a real nuclear warhead, shouldn't they issue a COG?
Not yet. The Secretary of Defense has operational control and is fully aware of the situation. After you infiltrate, if you determine they possess nuclear launch capabilities, a COG will be issued.
Well, if they haven't relocated to the nuclear shelter under Mount Washington, I suppose there isn't that much reason to worry yet. Is the National Security Agency in on this?
Yes. So is the DIA, the Defense Intelligence Agency.
The DIA? I'm starting to get a bad feeling about this.
They'll be sending us some support.
We don't need desk jockeys. We need a nuclear weapons specialist.
Of course. A nuclear weapons specialist has already been assigned to us.
Yes. Nastasha Romanenko.
We need backup from a specialist. I'm just an amateur when it comes to nuclear weapons.
I know. That's why I've requested the assistance of a military analyst named Nastasha Romanenko. She'll be providing you backup by Kodak.
A female analyst?
She's built up an impressive record as an advisor for the Nuclear Emergency Search Team. Contact her if you have any questions. She's also an expert on high-tech weapons.
She's also married to the
Where's she
CIA
working
agent,
At her home in Los Angeles.
what's
California.
his name? I
Seems
can't
like
think
a
of his
million
name now.
miles away.
Pierce, I think. Is it Pierce? I don't know. Colonel.
Colonel, you're retired. Why are you involved in this?
Because there aren't many people who know Foxhound as well as I do.
Is that really the only reason?
I've been soldiering for a long time. I don't know anything else. I guess even though I'm getting a little old, I still love to be in the field.
Colonel, you're a lousy liar. Tell me the real reason.
His
Okay, Snake.
daughter.
Sorry. I'll be frank. A person very dear to me is being held hostage.
Who is it?
My niece, Meryl.
She's not your niece. She's your daughter.
What was your niece doing here?
Several soldiers were reported missing the day of the revolt. And my niece was one of those called in as an emergency replacement.
She looks like you.
She's my little brother's girl. He died in the Gulf War. And since then, I've been watching after her.
A personal motive, Colonel. That's not very soldierly.
I'm retired. I'm just an old man now. And I'm your friend.
Since when are we friends?
I've thought of us as friends since the fall of Zanzibar.
With my personality, I don't have too many friends.
That's what I trust about you. It's what makes you human. Please, Snake. Save my niece, Meryl.
She's your
All
daughter.
right. But I
Not
have
your
two
niece.
conditions.
Name them.
One, no more secrets between us. I want complete disclosure at all times. And two, I'll only accept orders directly from you, Colonel. No cutoffs involved, okay?
Agreed. That's why I was called.
Agreed to disagree.
But one thing,
What?
I'm not a colonel anymore. Just a retired old warhorse.
I understand, Colonel.
Campbell. Dr. Naomi Hunter.
That doctor, is she part of this operation too?
She was in charge of Foxhound's gene therapy. She knows more about those men than anyone else.
You mean you've seen them naked?
Make no mistake, I'm not a nurse. I'm a scientist.
By the way, what was that injection for?
It's a combination of nanomachines and an anti-freezing peptide so that your blood and other bodily fluids don't freeze, even at subarctic temperatures.
And a little
Nanomachines.
cocktail
Not just
called
one
Fox
kind,
Dye.
There are different types
mixed
which will
in.
replenish the supply of adrenaline, nutrition, and sugar in your bloodstream.
Now I don't have to worry about food.
I also put some nootropics in there.
Say what?
Nootropics. A class of drugs which will help improve your mental functioning.
It'll make me smarter, huh? Anything else?
Yes, Benzedrine. It's a type of stimulant. It'll keep you alert and responsive for 12 straight hours.
That was quite a cocktail. Anything else in there?
Those nanomachines will also keep your Codex batteries charged up.
I guess I can call you when I'm ready to go on a diet.
You're welcome.
Naomi.
The chief of DARPA and the president of an arms manufacturing company. What business did they have at a nuclear weapons disposal facility?
The truth is that secret exercises were being conducted at the time the terrorist group attacked.
Must be extremely important exercises if those two were directly involved. Were they testing some kind of new advanced weapon?
I'm
Metal
not privy to
Gear
that information.
Rex.
Do we know exactly where they're being held?
The DARPA chief has also been injected with a mini-transmitter. As you get closer, you should be able to pick up his location on your radar.
The background information doesn't
Do they
hurt.
really have the ability to launch a nuclear missile?
They say they do. They even gave us the serial number of the warhead they plan to use.
Was the number confirmed?
I'm afraid so. At the very least, they've got their hands on a real nuclear warhead.
Isn't there some kind of safety device to prevent this type of terrorism?
Oh, wrong button. I was trying to figure out how to change camera view. And it's none of those. So it's gotta be these,
Do they
right?
really have the ability to launch a nuclear missile?
They say they do. They even gave us the serial number of the warhead they plan to use.
Was the number confirmed?
I'm afraid so. At the very least, they've
Ah,
got their
there we
hands
go.
on a real nuclear warhead.
Isn't there some kind of safety device to prevent this type of terrorism?
Yes. Every missile and warhead in our arsenal is equipped with a PAL, which uses a discrete detonation code.
PAL.
Permissive Action Link. The safety control system built into all nuclear weapon systems. But
Eyeballs.
even so, we can't rest easy.
Why not?
Because the DARPA chief knows the detonation code.
But even if they have a nuclear warhead, it must have been removed from its missile. All the missiles on these disposal sites are supposed to be dismantled. It's not that easy to get your hands on an ICBM.
That used to be true. But since the end of the Cold War, you can get anything if you have enough money and the right connections.
And the right connections. The end of the Cold War. The terrorists.
How well armed are these terrorists? I know there was an exercise going on at the time they revolted.
They're heavily armed, I'm afraid.
What about their battle experience?
The 6 members of Foxhound in charge are all hardened veterans. They're tough enough to eat nails and ask for seconds.
I wouldn't expect anything less from Foxhound.
The others are next-generation special forces. They're not your average grunts either.
All increase genes. What are their demands?
So what exactly are they demanding?
A person's remains.
Remains?
That's right.
Boss.
To be more accurate, cell specimens which contain the individual's genomic information.
Cell specimens? Why would they want that?
The terrorists need them. You see, these next-generation special forces have been strengthened through gene therapy.
Strengthened?
You've heard of the Human Genome Project. They've been mapping the human genome, and they're nearly finished. Following up on this research, the military has been working towards identifying those genes which are responsible for making effective soldiers.
There are genes that do that?
Yes. And using gene therapy, they're able to transplant those genes into regular soldiers.
Gene therapy?
I'll explain this part. With gene therapy, we can remove those genes which we know may lead to sickness or disease, and at the same time splice in genes with beneficial effects, such as resistance to cancer, for example.
In other words, we can overcome all sorts of genetic diseases, and at the same time add genetic characteristics as desired.
Okay. And so if you knew what genes were responsible for making the perfect soldier, you could implant them in the same way, right?
Yes, we could.
But it all depends on being able to isolate and identify those soldier genes.
And in order to do that, it's helpful if you can study the genomic information of one of the greatest soldiers ever.
You mean Big Boss?
One of the greatest soldiers ever?
The man they call the greatest warrior of the 20th century.
You don't mean Big
Big
Boss.
Boss.
That's right. We've been working feverishly to identify
Big
the genes
Boss.
responsible for his incredible combat skill. So far, we've
Seems
discovered about
trained
60
by
of
the
the
best.
so-called soldier genes.
So his body was recovered after all.
Yes, and his cells have remained frozen in a cryo chamber. His genomic information is a priceless treasure to mankind.
Priceless to the military, perhaps.
His body was burned severely, but it was possible to restore his DNA profile from just a single strand of his hair.
You people are amazing. And then you're gonna transplant those genes into soldiers?
Yes. We'll use a process that I discovered called gene targeting. The strongest soldiers don't become what they are by acquiring their skills through training or experience. We now know that hereditary factors are far more crucial for creating superior soldiers.
Snake, we can't give him his
Train
body.
soldiers
It's
instead
potentially
of
more
training
dangerous
them.
than all the nuclear warheads on that island put together.
I hear the terrorists are calling themselves the Sons of Big Boss.
The sons of Big Boss?
Seymour. We're almost there on this
Tell me
mission
about those
brief, and
next-generation
we'll
special
get
forces.
into it.
They started out as an anti-terrorist special ops unit, made up of former members of biochem units, technical escort units, and the nuclear emergency surge team. Their purpose was to respond to threats involving next-generation weapons of mass destruction, including NBC weapons.
Until they were added, that is.
Who's they?
These guys didn't start out as regular army.
Looks like a pretty international group. Mercenaries?
Yeah, and it gets worse. Most of them were from a merc agency that I think you're familiar with.
Oh yeah.
Part of Big Boss's private guard. And after Big Boss went down, the military just bought out all their contracts.
They didn't have any.
After that, they were merged with our own VR unit, Force 21, and retrained. If you ask me,
Force
these
21.
so-called next-generation special forces
Raiden
should be
was a
called
part of
simulated
that.
soldiers. They
Yeah.
have no real battle experience.
Simulated
Video
soldiers.
game players, huh?
Don't forget, they've all been strengthened with gene therapy. They carry genes which make them excellent soldiers. Don't get careless just because they don't have much experience.
I thought using genetically modified soldiers was prohibited by international law.
Yes, but those are just declarations, not actual treaties.
The interesting thing is that nearly every member of the unit conspired in this attack.
Unit Foxhound. We got another one. Alright.
How could an entire unit be subverted to rebellion?
They're calling it a revolution.
Since they all went through the same gene therapy, they probably felt closer than brothers. They see the unit as their only family.
The sons of Big Boss. But if they were regular army, they must have been interviewed periodically by army counselors.
According to their files, they all got straight A's on their psychological tests. They all seemed like fine, upstanding, patriotic soldiers.
But they all took part in the uprising?
No, several people didn't show up on the day of the exercise. That's why there was a resupply of troops.
Was there any sign recently that something might be wrong?
There was a report a month ago that they were acting strangely.
Apparently they consulted classified information about the soldier genes and performed their own gene therapy experiments.
They can do that even without you?
Well, our gene therapy process is almost completely automated. And besides that, they're all geniuses with IQs over 180.
Even the existence of this genome army is a national secret of the highest order. We've been hoping to investigate this thing quietly and deal with it behind closed doors.
Unit Foxhound.
High-Tech Special Forces Unit Foxhound. Your former unit, and one that I was a commander of. An elite group combining firepower and expertise. They're every bit as good as when I was commanding them.
So they're still around.
There are 6 members of Foxhound involved in this terrorist activity. Psycho Mantis, with his powerful psychic abilities. Sniper Wolf, the beautiful and deadly sharpshooter. Decoy Octopus, master of disguise. Vulcan Raven, giant and shaman. And Revolver Ocelot, specialist in interrogation, and a formidable gunfighter.
Looks like a lovely bunch of folks. Too bad we'll be meeting under these circumstances.
And finally, in charge of them, Foxhound squad leader, Liquid Snake.
Liquid Snake?
Yes. And you're the only person who can stand against him.
There we go. I think that's all for the mission briefing. We do have Liquid Snake, but we'll come back to that. But for now, let's move on. New game. Alright, so I've played this game many times back when it released. I haven't played it since. It's been many years, so we're just going to take it easy and enjoy. So we're just going to go on easy. Oh wow. Is this how it's going to play? We're going to get full screen. Okay. You missed some of the cutscene there, Chief. I think that plays in the opening into the main title screen actually, now thinking about it.
I know it. I'm going to swat down a couple of bothersome flies.
This is Snake. Colonel, can you hear me?
Loud and clear. What's the situation, Snake?
Looks like the elevator in the back is the only way up.
Just as I expected. You'll have to take the elevator to the surface. But make sure nobody sees you. If you need to, contact me by codec. The frequency is 140.85. When you want to use the codec, push the select button. When we need to contact you, the codec will beep. When you hear that noise, press the select button. The codec's receiver directly stimulates the small bones of your ear. No one but you will be able to hear it.
Got it. Okay, I'm ready to go.
We're ready to go. Well, so there's another guy up there. Yeah, just a wee bit rusty. I should have checked to see if that other guy was there or not. I will just go away.
Snake, there's an elevator there you can take up to the ground. You'll just have to wait for the elevator to come down. You better hide somewhere.
Yeah. No response. Let's gotta wait. do. This is great. Oh yeah. Here we go. No one here, mate. Go on about your business. In we go. See ya, sucker. Yeah. Artwork. Direction by Yoji Shinkawa. Produced by Hideo Kojima and Mato Kokototoka. Yes, I can't pronounce that name. Directed by Hideo Kojima. Yep. Copyright Konami, all that jazz. Yep. Metal Gear Solid Tactical Espionage Action. Colonel, this is Snake. Do you read me? Why isn't a Russian gunship here? Aha, indeed. The graphics, man, back then. Captured in 4.3, 0.3, and we're in 16.
It's Snake. I'm in front of the disposal facility.
Excellent, Snake. Age hasn't slowed you down one bit.
Nope.
How's that sneaking suit working out?
I'm nice and dry, but it's a little hard to move.
Yeah, a
Bear
little
with
bit.
it. It's designed to prevent hypothermia. This is Alaska, you know.
Take it easy, I'm grateful. If it weren't for your suit and your shot, I would have turned into a popsicle out there.
An anti-freezing peptide, Snake.
Yes,
All
we
of the
know.
genome soldiers in this
We've
exercise
watched
are using
the,
it.
I see. I'm relieved to hear that. Already tested, huh? By the way, how's the diversionary operation going?
2 F-16s just took off from Galena and are headed your way. The
All right.
terrorist radar should have already picked them up.
Yeah, I think they have. There's Liquid.
Behind D. Colonel,
What's a Russian
what's a
gunship?
Russian gunship doing here?
I
Yeah.
have no idea, but it looks like our little diversion got their attention. Now's your best chance to slip in unnoticed.
The vibrations. I don't know how the Psycho Mantis thing is gonna work, because technology's
There are only
changed.
18 hours left until their deadline. You've got to hurry.
Wow, you must be crazy to fly a hind in this kind of weather.
Who's that?
Oh, sorry. I haven't introduced you to yet. This is Mei Ling.
Mei
She
Ling.
was assigned to us as our visual and data processing specialist. She designed your codec, as well as your Soliton radar system. Contact her if you have any questions about either of them.
Nice to meet you, Snake. It's an honor to speak to a living legend like yourself. What's wrong?
Nothing. I just didn't expect a world-class designer of military technology to be so cute.
You're just flattering me.
No, I'm serious. Well, I know I won't be bored for the next 18 hours.
Come on. I can't believe I'm being hit on by the famous Solid Snake. But I'm surprised. You're very frank for a trained killer.
Looks like we both have a lot to learn about each other.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to learning about the man behind the legend. But first, let me explain about your Soliton radar system.
I know how it works.
The bright dot in the middle is you, Snake.
Yes.
The red dots are your enemies, and the blue cone shape represents their field of vision.
Be careful, Snake. The genome soldiers have highly developed senses of hearing and vision due to their gene therapy. Make sure you don't let them see you.
First, I want you to infiltrate the disposal site and look for the DARPA chief.
The DARPA chief was injected with the same GPS transmitting nanomachines as you.
He should appear on your radar as a green dot.
Get whatever information you can from him about the terrorists.
Got
If
it.
he's alive, that is.
Yep. Copy.
Snake, your radar isn't affected by the weather, but if you're discovered by an enemy, you won't be able to use it.
Yes, it gets jammed easily, I'm afraid.
Yes, it's all made from currently existing technology. You won't be able to use it in an area with strong harmonic resonance, so be careful.
We'll be monitoring your movements by radar, so contact us by codec anytime you want.
Got it. I'll call if I'm feeling lonely.
Seriously, Snake, we're here to back you up, so call if you need some information or advice.
I'm also in charge of your mission data. Contact me if you want me to record your current status. My frequency is 140.96. It's a dedicated frequency for saving data. Don't forget it.
Remember, except for your binoculars, you're naked. You need to arm yourself with whatever weapons you can find.
I remember. First I'm strip searched by Dr. Naomi here, and then all my weapons are taken away. Imagine yourself put in that position.
Well, if you make it back in one piece, maybe I'll let you do a strip search on me.
I'll hold you to that, Doctor. By the way, sorry to disappoint you, but I did manage to smuggle out my smokes.
How did you do that?
In my stomach. Thanks to the shot you gave me that suppressed my stomach acids.
Cigarettes? How are those going to help you?
You never know.
If you want to get in, there's the front door. It's the fastest way, but there's too much risk of being spotted by the enemy.
I can't just knock on the door and ask them to let me in.
No.
There's one sentry on the left and one on the right. They're armed with 5.56ers and pineapples.
Famous. In other words, 5.56 ammo type.
What about the air duct near the door?
There's a guy
There
standing
should
right
also
in
be a
front of
duct
it.
on the second floor.
Can't see that one, but it is right there where that glow is.
I can't see it from here.
And that's our entry point up there.
I'll let you decide the best COA. I'm counting on you, Snake.
Alrighty. Wait for it. Now. Yoink.
A surveillance camera?
A surveillance camera, you say? Come on. Ah, shit. Whew. Alright. Hello. As you can tell, these controls are a bit clunky. Now he's alert. And he's not blocking that vent anymore though, which is rather annoying.
Good. You've got yourself a weapon. To use it, first hold down the R2 button to enter weapon mode. Then select the weapon you want with the directional button. After you've selected the weapon you want, let go of the R2 button to exit weapon mode. The weapon you selected should appear in your hand. To use the weapon, follow the directions displayed in the window. If you use the R1 button, you can equip your weapon more quickly. While you're barehanded, press the R1 button to equip the last weapon you used. Press the R1 button while you're holding a weapon to be barehanded again. Don't fire your gun needlessly, or you might be discovered. If you had a gun with a suppressor, it would be a different story. If you have any questions about weapons or equipment, you should ask our military
14152.
analyst, Nastasha. Her frequency is 141.52.
Thank you. That's all I needed. Let's give what was mailing? 92? What was Mailing's code? Is it 141.92? I think. Yeah. No. Fuck. No? Is it 95? What was Mailing's fucking codec frequency? Oh, it's already there. What did he say? 141.52. Oh, Mailing's already there. That's fine. I was gonna contact Mailing just to put in a frequency.
This is Nastasha Romanenko. A pleasure to work with you, Solid Snake.
You're the nuclear specialist that the Colonel mentioned?
That's me. You can ask me anything about nukes that you want. I am also a military analyst, so I have an extensive knowledge of weapon systems as well. They asked me to participate in this operation as a supervisor from the Nuclear Emergency Search Team. I was happy to accept. We must not allow terrorists to get their hands on nuclear weapons of any kind. I hope I can help you to stop them.
You're a tough lady.
Those terrorists are serious about launching a nuclear weapon? The world cannot stand by idly and allow that to happen, and neither can I. Unfortunately, all I can do from here is provide you with information.
Hopefully that'll be enough. Another soldier here wouldn't make a difference anyway. It's good to work with you, Nastasha.
Same here, Snake.
Same here, Snake.
Хорошо. Good. You found a SOCOM. That's a Special Operations Command pistol. It's a .45 caliber pistol with plenty of stopping power. It's also equipped with a LAM for nighttime combat. If you hold down the weapon button, you can train the laser sight on the enemy to help you aim. If you find a SOCOM suppressor, you can equip that too. That pistol was designed specifically for use by special forces, so I think it will be useful. Some people find it a little heavy and hard to use, but it shouldn't be a problem for you.
No. Thanks. Come on. The other guys, come in. Hurry up. Bless you. Yeah.
That base must have...
And we're in.
Snake, this is McDonald Miller. It's been a long time.
Master, what are you doing here?
I quit being a drill instructor, so I moved out here for some peace and quiet. I'm in retirement, just like you. Once in a while, I still help train the Alaskan Scouts.
Passing on the skills to a new generation, huh?
Campbell told me about the situation here. I thought I might be of some use.
There's no one I'd rather have in a foxhole than you.
Well, I know lots about survival in a harsh environment. I've lived in Alaska longer than you. So call me if you have any questions about the flora or fauna out here. My frequency is 141.80.
Yes, I know. Thank you. Bye. That's where we're going.
I moved the DARPA chief to the cell in the first floor basement.
DARPA
What about the
chief.
vent shaft cleaning?
They just opened the vent covers. They're about to start spraying for rats.
First floor basement ventilation shaft.
Shut those covers as soon as they're done spraying. Also, keep your eye on that woman in the cell. Don't get careless now.
Woman in the cell?
Something
Did
happened.
something happen?
There's an intruder.
Really?
He's already done 3 people.
He's killed 3 people?
Yeah.
If I didn't get spotted,
So he's using
we
stealth.
wouldn't
too.
hear this.
Stealth. There's an intruder besides me?
Yep.
Anyway, I want you to increase the security detail on the chief.
Mm-hmm.
Snake, didn't you hear that the DARPA chief was moved to a cell in the first floor basement?
Yeah, I did. Thank you. Surveillance camera. That's where my mine detector is, I think. Or my thermal goggles. One of the two. And there's something in there, but can't see what. Ah, another ration. I'll use that. And I'll pick up this one. Silence! Dum 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 dum. I don't think there's anybody up here.
Use the elevator to change floors. There should be a cargo elevator that you can take down somewhere around there. Try
Yeah,
to
there
find it.
is. I shall.
Snake, you've got to think. Your mind is your most dangerous weapon. If things are getting too complicated, try to simplify your thoughts. You can also try calling Campbell for advice.
I wanted the floor information actually.
Snake, that floor is designed so that your footsteps echo. Listen, Snake, there's a way to walk so your footsteps won't be heard. I call it stalking. Here's how you do it. First, put your weight on the opposite foot that you're going to
You
step
can't do
with.
it 'cause the
Then,
technology
take a step
isn't-
so that your
not that
heel
good.
makes contact with the ground first.
We can
Then,
do it in the
as
next
you
game.
slowly lower the tip of your foot to the floor, gradually shift your weight onto
We can't
that
do it
foot.
in this game.
Use your knees to maintain the subtle balance. Try it.
I can't do it.
No.
Another way is to wear your socks over your shoes. If you crawl on your stomach, you won't make any noise either.
Yeah. We'll wait for this camera to sweep, go to the left, run into the corner here. Come on. I want what's in here, so I'm gonna throw a chair. Huh. There we go. Where is it? Thermal goggles, thank you. Nice. There's the elevator. All these have security cards right now. That's level 1. I need to go in that room over there in that corner. I think I can do that after I meet the Darbor Chief. There we go. It's the Darbor Chief, you see him?
Look at the radar. It's picking up the Darbor Chief. He's the green dot. Hurry and rescue him.
Yeah.
Snake, look at your radar. We've picked up the Darbor Chief's signal.
Can you see the green dot flashing on your radar? That's coming from the transmitter in the Chief's body. That's where you'll find him.
It looks like the Chief is being held in a cell. Find some way to get in there. Hurry up and
right.
get him out.
No problem. Level 1.
Snake, that door is protected by a security system. It won't open without the right security card. There must be some other way to get in. Take a look around. The best way to do that is to use first-person view mode. Press the first-person view button to go into first-person view mode.
Yeah, we know, thanks. I'm just messing. Another ration in there. I know how to use a ladder, thanks. Push the action button. Let's go down this way first.
Oh, kinda damn cold. I hate Alaska. Boy, oh boy, that woman is built all right.
Johnny. That's Johnny. Back round we go. gonna need more chaff grenades. Meryl.
Is that a woman?
Not him.
Not him.
It's Meryl.
It looks like the chief is being held in a...
Soldiers that have been forged in the fires of battle are used to catching naps whenever and wherever they can. There's a big difference between real soldiers and those kids who have only been trained
Yes,
in
Liquid.
VR
I mean,
simulators.
Master
After
Miller.
playing for a long time, you should get some rest too.
The nuclear weapons disposal facility on Shadow Moses Island was built at the beginning of this century. It was made only to temporarily store the nuclear warheads.
Why? If they wanted to dispose of them, why wouldn't they just dismantle them right away?
They cannot do that. You see, when you dismantle a warhead, you still have nuclear materials that must be stored. At this point, all of the nuclear material storage facilities are way past capacity. But they could not stop dismantling weapons while at the same time pushing Start 2.
So you're telling me that this base was built so they could temporarily avoid being in conflict with Start 2?
Most people
Start
think
2's
that we
a
live in a
military term, but I
safer
can't
world
remember
now.
what it
But with all the
is.
dismantled nuclear
It's an actual
weapons and waste
term.
around, the threat of nuclear terrorism has increased tremendously.
It's ironic, isn't it?
Yeah.
Snake, the DARPA chief's signal is coming from somewhere in that area. Isn't there some place to drop down? Take a look around in first-person view mode.
I have in first person view mode, thank you very much. And I know which shell it is, it's this one right here. Boink. Alright. While this cutscene plays out, I'm just gonna go for a smoke. I'll be right back, guys.
Who's that?
I'm here to save you. You're the DARPA chief, Donald Anderson, right?
You here to save me, huh? What's your outfit?
I'm the pawn they sent here to save your worthless butt.
Really? It's true. You don't look like one of them. In that case, hurry up and get me out of here.
Slow down. Don't worry. First, I want some information about the terrorists.
The terrorists?
Do they really have the ability to launch a nuke?
What are you talking about?
The terrorists are threatening the White House. They say if they don't accede to their demands, they'll launch a nuclear weapon.
Sweet Jesus.
Is it possible?
It's possible. They could launch a nuke.
How do they plan to launch? I thought this place was just for keeping the dismantled warheads. They shouldn't have access to a missile.
What I'm about to tell you is classified information. Okay? We were conducting exercises with a new type of experimental weapon. A weapon that will change the world.
What?
A weapon with the ability to launch a nuclear attack from any place on the face of the Earth. A nuclear-equipped walking battle tank.
Metal Gear. It can't be.
You knew? Metal Gear is one of the most secret black projects. How did you know that?
We've had a couple of run-ins in the past. So that's the reason you were here at this disposal site?
Why else would I come to a godforsaken place like this?
I had heard the Metal Gear project was scrapped.
On the contrary, it's grown into a huge joint project between ArmsTech and ourselves. We were going to use this exercise as raw data, and then proceed to mass production. If it hadn't been for the revolution.
Revolution?
Rex has fallen into the hands of terrorists.
Rex?
Metal Gear Rex. The code name for the new Metal Gear prototype. They're probably already finished arming the warhead they plan to use with Rex.
Alright, I'm back. I remember playing the demo back in the day, and this is as far as you could go on the demo.
Hey, shut up in there, will you?
And then waiting. My brother had the game, so I would play it on his back then. Completed it before he did.
But I thought that all nuclear warheads were equipped with safety measures. Some kind of detonation code that you have to input.
Here we go. Oh, you mean PAL.
Yes, of course.
Yes.
There is a PAL. It's set up so that you need to input 2 different passwords in order to launch the device.
There are 2 passwords?
Yes. Baker knows one, and I know one.
Baker? The president of Arms Tech.
That's right. Each of us needs to input our password, or there can be no launch. But they found out my password.
Liar.
Talked.
Psycho Mantis can read people's minds. You can't resist.
Psycho Mantis?
One of the members of Foxhound. He has psychic powers.
This is bad.
It's just a matter of time before they get Baker's too.
Insert disc 2.
If they find out Baker's password.
Yes, they'll be able to launch a nuke anytime. But there is a way to stop the launch.
What?
The card keys.
Card keys?
They were designed by Arms Tech, the system developers, as an emergency override. Even without the passwords, you can just insert the card keys and engage the safety lock.
And if I do that?
Yes. You can stop the launch.
That card key.
So where are the keys?
Baker should have them. Listen, you need 3 card keys. There are 3 different slots to put them in. You need to insert a card into each one of them.
Okay. 3
Okay.
card keys. Do you know where they might be keeping Baker?
No.
Somewhere in the 2nd floor basement.
Second floor basement.
I heard the guards say they moved him to an area that has a lot of electronic jamming.
Any other clues?
Yes, they cemented over the entrances, but didn't have enough time to paint them. Why don't you look for the areas where the walls are a different color? Here, take this. It's my ID card. It'll open any level 1 security door. It's called a PAN card. It works together with your body's own electrical field.
Very well.
Personal area network, huh?
It
Yes.
transmits data using the salts in your body as the transmission medium.
What shall we
As
get
you approach the door's
first?
security
The
devices,
stealth
they'll read the
or the
data stored in the
bandana?
card.
I think I'll get the stealth
doors
camo
will open
first,
automatically.
and then the
Gotcha.
bandana.
Okay. I'm gonna get you out of here.
Wait a minute.
What is it?
You haven't heard any other way to disarm the PAL, have you? From your bosses or anyone?
No.
Are you sure you haven't heard anything?
I just said no.
So does the White House plan to give in to the terrorists' demands?
That's their problem. It has nothing to do with my orders.
But what about the Pentagon?
Pentagon? What is it?
Fox die.
Hey, what happened?
He's dead.
Dead.
Sigint is dead.
Naomi, the chief. What happened?
I don't know. It looked like a heart attack, but
A heart attack? No,
Colonel, are you hiding something from me?
absolutely not. Snake, you've got to understand. This op is security level red.
Security
you need the
level
highest
red.
security clearance to get access to the complete file.
You want me to believe that you're in charge of this op, but you don't have complete access to the file?
I told you, the Secretary of Defense is in operational control.
Jim Housen.
I'm just here as your support. Snake, we don't have time to debate.
Snake.
Get out of there and find President
We don't have
Baker.
time to debate. Yeah. Oh, hello. Screen. Manual. Screen. Wallpaper? Huh, cool. Okay. That's pretty cool. Oh, nice. Cool. Oh, I can turn the wallpaper off. Off. Manual, online manual. Alright. Control settings. There she is. Hello. I see you.
Don't move!
Rookie.
So you killed the chief, you bastard! Liquid? No, you're not. Don't move!
Your hands are shaking, rookie.
Is this the first time you ever pointed a gun at a person?
Yeah.
Your hands are shaking. Can you shoot me, rookie?
Careful, I'm no rookie.
Liar. That nervous glance, that scared look in your eyes. They're rookie's eyes if I ever saw them. You've never shot a person, am I right?
You talk too much.
You haven't even taken the safety off, rookie.
I told you I'm no rookie!
You're not one of them, are you?
Well, she is. She was there, but she didn't
Open
take
that
part
door.
in the rebellion.
You've got a card, don't you?
Why?
So we can get the hell out of here!
Looks like we'll be
Yeah, I
a
have
little
a
delayed.
key card.
What are you doing? Don't think! Shoot!
Shoot.
What are you waiting for? Shoot!
Don't talk to me like a rookie!
I don't know
telling
how
you,
they come
shoot.
from that direction. That direction's a dead end. There you go. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun. Three bullets left. Down. Dun, 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 dun.
Thanks for the help.
You're welcome.
Wait!
Wait.
Who are you?
You fool! You've killed him! I'm sorry, sir.
His mental shielding was
I wonder
very
who
strong.
that is.
I could not dive into his mind.
Now we'll never get that
Garbage.
detonation code.
Two of them?
Boss,
Decoy Octopus?
good idea.
Really, Mantis. I hope number 2's not like this. I hope it's full screen. We'll see when we get to it. There. Yeah. Psycho Mantis.
Good girl. Just like that.
Meryl.
Naomi, I just had some kind of hallucination. Is it from the nanomachines?
No, Snake. The nanomachines are functioning properly.
So what was it?
It must have been psychometric interference coming from Psycho
Psychomantis.
Mantis, Foxhound's psychic. Think of it as a mental feedback loop.
So that was Mantis.
Menace. I have to physically put the card on and off. There's Johnny. Wake up, Johnny. Ration. There we go. Back to full ammo. They've put boxes on him. In the original game, it was his arse on show and he was blurred out, and they've put boxes on him. Wow. First, we need to head upper floor. And there's some doors we can go in now. Where's this dude? He's over there. Let's just run. Don't see me. There we go. There we go. Got the suppressor. Alright. I think that's our level 1 up there. Is it? Alright, back to the elevator. Thank you. Now we go down to B2. Alright. Wonderful. Is there any enemies here? I don't know. Level 3. Level 1. C4. There's no enemies here at the moment. Grenades. SOCOM ammo. And my sniper rifle is in here, I think. That's level 2. Yeah, level 2. No, that's the Famis in that one. The sniper rifle, I believe, is in... No. I believe is in this one. Yeah, the sniper's in there.
That is C4 explosive, a plastic explosive with a texture similar to clay, so you can shape it in almost any way you want. Although it has 1.4 times the destructive power of dynamite, it is highly stable and won't explode without a detonating device, even if it is shot, burned, or beaten. You are using a wireless detonator, yes? The detonator is equipped with a scrambler, so you don't have to worry about interference from any other radio source. Make sure you are sufficiently far enough away when it goes off. Also, as you know, the sound of the explosive will alert your enemies, so be careful.
Thank you.
People's reaction speed.
Snake, be careful. There are trapdoors near there, and the fall will kill you. Stay close up against the...
Copy that. Alright. One more C4. I know it's this one here, so...
President Baker should be somewhere around there. Hurry up and find him. Also, you can't use your radar there. Mei-Ling says it's because of electronic jamming.
Yeah,
if
that's
you want to
where
know
he
more,
is.
ask her.
Snake, you can't use your radar in that area. There's some kind of electronic jamming coming from there.
Yeah.
I wonder what it is. Anyway, be careful. Be careful, Snake.
Thanks. I know it's this one, but I need to blow this one first. Ow! Stop that. Ow! Ow! Stop that. There we go. There he is. Here's our first boss fight too.
Am I too late?
C4.
He's alive. You're the Arms Tech president, Kenneth Baker, right?
Right.
Don't worry. I'm here to save you.
No, don't touch it.
C4.
Oh no, tripwire. Ocelot.
Right. Touch that wire, and the C4 will blow up along with the old man. So you're the one that the boss keeps talking about.
And you?
Special Operations Foxhound. Revolver Ocelot.
Ocelot. Shalashaska.
I've been waiting
Adam.
for you, Solid Snake. Now we'll see if the man can live up to the legend. This is the greatest handgun ever made. The Colt Single Action Army. 6 bullets, more than enough to kill anything that moves.
And it was
Now I'll
Big
show you
Boss
why they call
who
me Revolver.
taught you a few things or two. Draw!
Draw!
Let's hear something. That's for you
The
guys.
muzzle velocity of a bullet fired from a revolver is slower than one fired from an automatic. That's bad for you. The slower a gun's muzzle velocity, the more damage it does. That's because the bullet will tend to lodge in the body instead of going right through. Those kind of wounds take a long time to heal. Sometimes they never do. I think that's part of the reason he likes that gun. He's a real sick puppy, that Ocelot. The biggest drawback to a revolver is the reload time.
And he's very
That's
sufficient
your
at that.
chance.
He's using a single-action army? The first model of that gun was made in 1873, over 130 years ago. Today, they're still being made in small numbers, but that's just for collectors and such. Nobody uses them in combat anymore. The biggest drawback to revolver-style handguns is reload time. That's your chance.
Oh, he's very sufficient at that.
If you've got a question about Foxhound, ask Dr. Naomi.
Revolver Ocelot is a former member of Spetsnaz. After the fall of the Soviet Union, he apparently served in the Russian tax police's elite SWAT team. After that, he joined the SVR, the Russian Foreign Intelligence Agency, which was formerly a part of the KGB. But according to my sources, he was dissatisfied with the rigid system of the KGB and wanted to get out. That's when he was recruited by Foxhound.
That is a
He's a gun
choice.
fanatic and totally obsessed with cowboy movies and spaghetti westerns. He's
Yeah.
also something of a sadist. He learned the most advanced torture techniques while he was with Spetsnaz.
Yeah, he had plenty of
There's more
practice.
to him than that.
Lubyanka prison is located right there inside KGB headquarters. In a gunfight, reloading is usually the most dangerous time.
Dun, dun.
But he loves it. Use that to your advantage. You'll have
Indeed.
to take him out when he's reloading.
Yes.
Can you see where his number of remaining bullets is displayed
Yeah.
on the screen? Wait for the right moment.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks, guys. Miss. Ow.
I love to reload during a battle. There's nothing like the feeling of slamming a long silver bullet into a well-greased chamber. All right. I'm alive. Let's go.
Ow. 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 There we go. Got him.
You're pretty good. Just what I'd expect from
Pretty
the man with the
good.
same code as the boss. It's been a long time since I had such a good fight, but I'm just getting warmed up. What? My hand! Stealth camouflage. Can't you even die right? You will lucky. We'll meet again.
Cyborg Ninja.
I like you. I have no name.
Gray Fox.
That exoskeleton.
He's slowly dying. He's kept alive. With experimenting and
Who the hell?
stuff, gene targeting stuff, and the exo suit as well.
Can you talk?
Who are you?
I'm not one of them. The DARPA chief told me he gave them his detonation code. What about yours?
Oh, I get it. Jim sent you. You're from the Pentagon.
Answer my question.
Answer
What
my
about your
question.
code? There's no time.
I talked.
What? Now the terrorists have both codes and can launch any time.
It's not like I didn't fight. I managed to resist Psycho Mantis's mind probe.
He couldn't read you? How'd you do it?
Surgical implants in my brain.
Surgical implants?
Kind of like a psychic insulation. Everyone who knows these top secret codes has it.
Even the DARPA chief?
Of course.
But the DARPA chief said Mantis got his code by reading his mind.
Are you sure you heard him right?
Yeah, I'm sure. In that case, how did they get your code?
I never had any training on how to resist torture.
It looks like he had some fun with you, all right.
Oh, he's not human. I tell you, he loved every second of it.
Yeah, these are
What
going to
happened
be
to your
small
arm?
streams.
Broke it.
Looks like you're more than even now. His was
Because
sliced
this
off.
game's
You're
short.
a funny man. So the DARPA chief, is he okay?
Dead.
What? Can't be. No, that's not what you promised, Jim. Now you want to shut me up?
Calm down. What's wrong with you? I just told you I was here to save you. I didn't kill the DARPA chief. He had a heart attack or something.
A heart attack? Oh, don't be a fool.
Anyway, the terrorists have both codes now.
Those boys are totally insane. They wouldn't hesitate to launch.
I agree. But what do they really want?
Oh, who knows? Maybe they're like us in the arms industry, always looking forward to the next good war.
Well, I'm not gonna let these maniacs start a war today. You still have the card keys?
Card keys?
To override the detonation code. I heard you had them.
No, not anymore.
What? Who does then? Not the terrorists.
No, that woman.
Woman? Who?
A soldier that was thrown in prison along with me.
A female soldier. It must be.
She said she had just joined up as a new recruit. They threw her in prison because she refused to take part in the rebellion.
A new recruit? Could that be the Colonel's niece?
I gave her the key. Looks like she managed to break out of here, though. I hope she's okay.
I'm sure she is. She's green, but as tough as they come. But how did you know she escaped?
I was in contact with her by codec. Until I was tied up here, that is.
Codec?
Yes, she stole it from the guard. If she still has it, you should be able to contact her.
I'm sure she still has it. What frequency was she at?
Oh, yeah. Let me tell you, it's... Oh, sorry. I forgot.
Damn!
Oh, that's right. It should be on the back of the CD case. Try to contact her.
I'll contact her right away. But tell me, if this doesn't work, is there some other way to prevent the missile launch?
The missile launch.
You need to find Hal Emmerich, one of my employees.
Who's that?
The team leader of the Metal Gear Rex project. A genius at engineering, but a little bit of an oddball. If there's anyone who can figure out how to stop Metal Gear from launching, it's him.
What if he can't come up with anything?
You'll have to destroy it. Emmerich knows how to destroy Metal Gear.
Where is this Emmerich?
Well, he's probably being held somewhere in the nuclear warhead storage building. It's north from here. That's where he worked.
I understand, but why Metal Gear? The nuclear age ended with the turn of the millennium.
Oh, you're wrong. The threat of nuclear war isn't gone. In fact, it's greater than it's ever been.
Metal Gear.
The amount of spent nuclear fuel and plutonium is increasing even today. Listen, have you ever seen a warehouse full of nuclear material?
No.
Drums and drums of nuclear waste stacked this high, as far as you can see. Because there's still no real way to dispose of the stuff.
So they just close the lid and try to pretend like it'll go away?
Essentially, yes. And they're not even doing a good job of storing it. Many of the drums are corroded, with nuclear waste seeping out of them.
Unbelievable.
Not only that, but several pounds of MUF are reported every year.
MUF?
It stands for material unaccounted for. It proves that there's a large and well-organized black market in nuclear materials. Furthermore, since the end of the Cold War, Russian nuclear engineers in particular are out of work with no way to turn. In other words, there's plenty of available nuclear material and scientists for making a bomb. We live in an age when any small country can have a nuclear weapons program.
What about the other superpowers?
Russia and China still maintain a significant nuclear presence.
Maybe I
Complete
should just do
nuclear disarmament
videos
is
out
an
of these, because
impossibility.
this game
To maintain our own
and the
policy
others
of deterrence,
were, well,
we
longer,
need a
about
weapon of overwhelming power.
8 hours, 9 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours maybe tops, but this one's... You can do this. You can do this
Yes.
one
You know,
quite
our industry
quickly.
suffered quite a blow as a
It's
result
the
of the cuts in military
cutscenes
budgets
that makes
due to
it
this
lengthy.
so-called peace.
I
For this
remember
game.
hearing a lot about mergers and takeovers among the big weapons makers.
Yes, and after my company lost their bid to produce the Air Force's next line of fighter jet, the Metal Gear system was our last ace in the hole. That's why we pushed to have Metal Gear developed as a black project.
Black Project.
Secret projects paid for by the Pentagon's black budget. You can avoid a lot of red tape and get a great lead time on your weapons production. And no one can bother you. Not even those bleeding heart liberals on the Military Oversight Committee.
Bribes.
I prefer to think of it as good business. Anyway, Metal Gear was going to be formally adopted after the results of this exercise were analyzed.
I don't give a crap about you and your company.
Yes, that's about what I'd expect from a grunt like you. Here, this is what you came for, right?
What's that?
An optical disc. It's all here. The main hard drive was destroyed by gunfire. This is the only remaining copy of the data.
What kind of data?
All the data collected from this exercise. Don't play dumb. I know you were sent to get this. I hid it from that sadistic maniac while he was torturing me.
I wasn't.
They don't know this disc exists. Make sure you report this to Jim. To your boss. I'll give you my card too.
Level
It'll
2.
open up all security level 2 doors.
Can you walk?
No. No, you go on without me. They got my password. They don't want anything else from me.
I have one more question. Who or what was that ninja thing? It looked like you knew something.
That ninja? That was Foxhound's dark little secret.
Dark little secret?
An experimental genome soldier.
Naomi.
You know him?
You should ask Dr. Naomi Hunter from Foxhound. She knows better than I.
Naomi?
You've got to stop them. If it goes public, my company and I are finished.
What? Doesn't Metal Gear use currently existing technology?
Fuck
Metal Gear
Star.
itself does, but... What did you do to me?
Nothing.
Oh, no. Oh, no, it can't be. Those Pentagon bastards. So, they actually went and did it.
What are you talking about?
They're just using you for...
What the hell?
Colonel, are you listening? Now he's dead too.
I have no idea.
Don't
Naomi
lie to
does.
me.
It looked like another heart attack, but...
Some kind of poison?
Well, there are lots of drugs that can cause a heart attack in
You
large
could say that.
doses. For example, potassium chloride or dioxides, but We won't be able to tell without doing an autopsy.
Damn!
Snake, I want you and Meryl to work together.
Can I trust her?
More than you can trust me. Get in contact with her.
Snake, there's a lot of electrical interference coming from there. It should be okay if you do burst transmission like us, but normal transmission is probably impossible. Try moving away from that area.
Snake, get a hold of yourself.
Naomi, what the hell was that ninja thing? A member of Foxhound?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes, we have no one like that in our unit.
Is that right?
Snake, I'm counting on you.
Whoop whoop. Life gauge increase. Master Miller.
First, the DARPA chief, and then President Baker die of a heart attack?
Yeah, smells pretty rotten to me. Master, do you know anything?
No. But there's definitely something going on. Keep your eyes open out there.
Indeed. Alright guys, we're going to make this short because the game itself's short, so I mean I could play through it all now, but I want to savor so we can keep going. We're just under halfway in already, so yeah. I might just do videos, I don't know. I might, yeah, I'll stream. It may be short. Next one will be longer though, because, yeah. Right, let's save. And we'll end this here.
Snake, you can't use your radar in that area.
Yeah,
There's some kind of...
Thank you. Save. Storage 1 or 2. Okay. New file. Saving. Save complete.
Be careful, Snake.
Thank you. Yeah, alright. We'll end here on this. My ammo's increased, which is good. And yeah, I mean I could push forward and do more. Well, there's some other stuff that I want to do, so yeah, this will be a on and off series. Not real, but yeah. Is Kane on the floor? It is. Huh. Wow. Yeah. Hope you enjoyed the first segment of this playthrough. So yeah, we'll catch us in the next one. Take care. Bye bye. Let's see what